Struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. Hey guys, I'm going to be getting straight into this without wasting any time. I'm going to be using gold for the example. Now, obviously got already these zones marked. Now you can mark them out on the 30 minute, the 1 hour. I would recommend 30 minute and above. So we've got these zones marked out. Now for example, now you can use the 5 minute time frame, 4 minute, 1 minute, but stick to one time frame, right? That's the key. So by the way, also want to mention phase funded on a with 5%ers just dropped in right now. Well, not right now, but a few hours ago, but today. Yeah, join. The link will be in the video description. If anyone is interested, being part of I think we're up to an engaged community, part of 100 members almost. So, and if you're looking for one-to-one mentorship, message me. And yeah, just destroying these Propfirm challenges within 1-2 days, 1-2 trades, sometimes winning trades, losing trades. It's all in there. You can check it out. So let's go through this, right? So we see price coming up to this resistance level. Now I'm going to be using the small time frames now. Normally I show the bigger time frames. Going to be working on the smaller one now. Price breaks above, volume, huge volume here, breaks above. Now do I take my buy here? No. And I want to make sure make something very clear. The break and retest I'm showing here is not the one I show to my mentorship students. The edge that I bring there is totally different. So I just want to get out of the way, because normally when everyone's like, oh, this is the strategy I'm trading on my personal accounts or on my Propfirms, no. But this break and retest will still make you profitable. It will still provide a lot of value. So we've got obviously this breakout candle here. Price breaks above, comes back down, but there's no establishment. Price has broken through again, and now it has come back up. Why should you take an entry? A super strong bearish long wick rejection candle. You can put your stops either above this. This is live, by the way. This is live on gold, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Ideally, you can aim for like a typical 1 to 4, 1 to 5. But it'll be interesting to see what this goes to. So let's go back to the bigger time frame, and let's draw some other examples as well. And I want to draw these with you guys live. So I mean, what we'll do is I'll just scroll back randomly. So I want to make sure it is a London session and New York sessions with the volume. Market's quite choppy. Okay, this is March. This is 2 a.m. UK time, so that's not. Let's turn on the indicator, right? This is like a bit of a back testing session with you guys as well. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to be drawing zones on the 30 minute time frame, right? We've got a support level here, but when the day started, where's it gone? So overlapping to the when the day started, this would have been your support level, and if I clone this would have been initially your first resistance level. As you can see, what have I done there? And if you notice what happens if you go into smaller time frames, we get a nice breakout. So I'll put this on the replay. We get a nice breakout, which was here, right? We get the breakout price. This comes later on, obviously, but let me just move this down because it comes later on into the picture. Breakout. Why? Well, first of all, another confluence. Look at this. The previous highs, they've been broken now. Break of structure as well. Price comes back down. Does that mean I take a buy now? No. Price comes down. I'm gonna wait for a rejection, a reason to enter now. So we've got the 4 minute time frame. Now look at this. There's a wicks coming down, on top, obviously. So wick rejections, like sellers are still lurking around. Volume creeps in now. Now what happens from here? Like, go back on the 5 minute. A super strong long wick rejection bullish candle forms. If I just highlight this, let me change the color of this. I shall take a buy, and obviously you can see if you took a buy from here, stops ideally below this wick, even better below the zone, and you can still 1 to 3, 1 to 4, and if you want to keep it super safe, I've been, obviously some people to go for the typical 1 to 2.5, 1 to 3. Me personally, I don't. I like to go for the bigger risk rewards. If you follow my content for a while, you see me pass these phase 1s, phase 2s, risking 0.5% per trade, passing Propfirm challenges in one trade. You can check those videos out as well. But obviously that again, that is what edge is. Now if we go back on the 30-minute time frame, we've got our zone, but then price just blasts all the obviously 1 to 4. So this one doesn't really, in the end, doesn't really matter unless it starts coming down. Okay, so what this, let's see from here, a resistance has been formed. Obviously we've already got that level there. So let's see where price goes first. Okay, so we reached here first. What do? Let's go to a smaller time frame. Price has broken above. For the first time, these highs have been broken. Right, break of structure. But do I take a buy here? You remember, super important, wait for the candle to close. Do I take a buy? No, bearish candles. Price has broken above again, but this time broken this structure. Right, broken to the upside. Price has come back down, and now obviously still though. Do I take a buy? It's the we got our rejection wick, but not something. Me personally, I would advise just wait. This is not a strong bullish candle. Price just keeps going. Right. Let's put it back on the 30-minute time frame. We have another level of resistance formed here. By the way, depending on how let's press play on this. Okay, remember what I said. This is, I never buy off support, I never buy off resistance. Sell from resistance. I need my breakout. Price has broken through, but there's no sell. There's no selling candle, like bearish candles. Again, broken through. No selling pressure. Broken through. Not ideal. Well, not this one, but that obviously full. You could see like this would works. You can take a buy from support, but ideally you need a breakout first. Normally this can go sideways quite quickly. So now we've obviously, this was the resistance of the bigger time frame. Price is broken through. Let's see if we can see our breakout and then get a. Obviously, this is the breakout here. Super strong bullish candle. Mini trend is obviously bullish. Let's see if we get, what signals do we get? Okay, see, this is exactly what I mean. Bullish breakout, but there's no establishment, right? No establishment. Now in this case, okay, I want to make something very clear. When you see a bullish breakout here and no establishment, and price starts breaking through here, now this is the breakout here. This is a little bit of an establishment, meaning that sellers are gaining control. Why? Wick rejection at the top. There's a wick rejection at the bottom as well, because buyers are trying to push the market up. A super strong bearish candle. Take your entry after that. And some trades you will lose. These will not always work out, but there are some trades that are just worth the risk to put the money on. Right? You can wait for a little bit of a retracement, and ideally have your stops above the zone and the wick, but you can have a halfway point as well, depending on how much the candle retraces. And obviously in this case here, you can see nice 1 to 5. Right, I'm just using simple support and resistance. This is on gold, right? When everyone says it's very hard, hard, difficult to tame. So what do you think is going to happen over here now? So we've taken this entry, just one moment. So obviously prices come back up now, testing this area. Let's go on the 5-minute. Price has broken through. This time has broken through. Volume is increasing. The candle size of the candle body is increasing. Now this is obviously, where you're gonna supposed to enter from this, right? It's too far. Let's see on a different time frame. Okay, broken through. Super strong bearish candle, but has no values above resistance. If it's above support. If it's below the resistance, then it's got value. So we got the breakout. Establishment has been created over here. Super strong bullish candle. Take the buy. So let's see what happens with this one. Pretty much here, and a nice 1 to 4. Now price has, look at this, is on this way down. Let me just make sure we're on looking on. Okay, price is on its way down, and obviously support. Then we had a breakout, but unfortunately price never came back up to give us some kind of establishment where market, and overall, what we're looking at right now. A 1 to 4 here. Now obviously this stop loss was a little bit bigger. It was just necessary. 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 4. Super simple, to say the least. Let's see what happens the next day. Let's keep going actually. Let's go on the 15-minute time frame. Let's press. Obviously, backtest this. Don't just, I'm just showing how simple the break and retest is. Even if you could try this on different time frames. Oh, I've gone way too forward. Just one moment. Okay, let's just, so this would have been the first resistance formed here, and then price. Remember, it opened here, so this would have been a support level that we would have definitely paid attention to. I go back down to the 5-minute. Now, what do we have here, right? Resistance, obviously, no breakout. Price on its way down. Breakout here. This was the support here. Breakthrough. Price has come. Oh, look at this. The establishment, right? Rejection. Let's see on the small time frame what it looks like. Let's see on the small time frame. Okay. Support. Breakthrough. Right? We got a breakthrough. Now, again, don't really like this one. I need a super strong bearish candle or engulfing candlestick pattern or evening star. But even though this pretty much tumbles to the all the way down, let's see what it looks like on the 10-minute. Yeah, that's when the stop start just getting a bit too big for me. I like my stop losses pretty much tight. It's got the 30-minute time frame. Let's create the new zones. Price. This one. And look at this. This was a zone, right? When price was on its way down, let's see how it looked like on its way down. Broke through. Look at this, a rejection again. Now, obviously, the bigger the time frame, the better the confluence. But super strong bearish candle, super strong breakout, right? You can, if you start taking your trades, sells on buys of dojis and super weak candles, just back test this. So if you was to take this trade, stops above this wick here. I mean, it's a nice one to 4.5, right? Just be careful. Just be careful how you take positions like that. So obviously, when this candle would have closed, just one moment, apologies. Yeah, this would have been a zone for you. Just one moment. Oh, sorry, not this one. Why? Because it's already broken through, right? Ideally, the more fresh the zone, the better it is. So this is your resistance. I'm not including this candle, right? This is your support, and we've also got a one drawn here as well. So let's go on the 15-minute time. Apologies, 5-minute time frame. So what do we have here? Let me just okay, breakout here, right? This is the bullish candle, this is the bearish candle on the bigger time frame. We've got the breakout, but no selling pressure. Breakthrough, super strong bearish bullish candle. Let's go on small time frame. Obviously, a lot of volume as well. You can pretty much take your buy after this, put it below this. And I mean 1 to 2.5, but if you went to the biggest time frame, some people will like that 1 to 2, nothing wrong with that. See, this ideally for me is too big of a stop loss. Yeah, it is just way too big. You will need to wait for price to come back as close as possible to the zone, or you can just call this a void trade. But if you held it, a 1 to 4.5 again. Let's go on the 30-minute. So we saw price breakthrough again, but no establishment. Now, do you remember what I said? If it breaks through, then it comes back down. Technically, it's a break, another breakout. Break above, price comes back down. That's the breakthrough. But this is obviously how I look at it, right? We got our, okay, here, better example here. Breakthrough. But this is again too far from the zone, so I wouldn't like to work with that. Breakthrough here again is too big, so you gotta have the patience as well. If you're not getting your setup, don't take the trade. Very, very simple. Let's press play. So we've got obviously our zone here, and we also had a zone here once it got created, and you gotta be super sharp, right? And then we've got another one here as well. This happens all day, every day, pretty much. I think, did I miss one? I don't know. After this candle formed here actually, so we got one here. I'm keeping this very simple as well, right? Keeping this very simple. So this was a resistance. Like, I want to change the color of this so I don't get confused when I go to the small time frame. Let's go to the green one, right? Let's go to the green one. Yeah, they got the breakout, but it's not as super strong. Look at this. It used the previous zone as, you know, give a reaction from there. Yeah, it's just no entry from there. So where do we actually get the entry from? There's actually one here, breakout. This is a break to the downside. Let's see what happens. What does it show with this one? Break. We get the breakthrough. What kind of establishment do we get? Again, it's too far for my liking. And you want the long wick rejections or the engulfing candlestick patterns, trust me. So that's just a long candle with no wicks on either side. We get the breakout here. I think this was the zone that I drew for this one, remember? Yes, it is. Okay, 5-minute breakout. Breakout. Let's see what I need a real solid confirmation. Okay. Super strong bullish candle here. This candle is the breakout, but what candle really, you know, again, is better just to leave this out. Yeah. You'll get plenty of opportunities. Even on this particular day, we was able to get 1 to 4s. So basically, you can just go for 1 to 4s. Don't rush anything. 8%. That's, phase 1 passed in 1 day. Let's see. Go on there. Okay, so this is where normally a lot of confusion normally happens with people. Let's draw another one here, right? So yeah, market gaps. So I was gonna say that it's coming close to the end of New York session. Market usually gaps. That's what you want to avoid. So this was the resistance after the candle closed. Price came back up. So let's see what happens. Price breaks through. Establishment is a doji candle. Let's see, does it give us a super strong bullish candle? No, this is the breakout candle. This is a doji candle. This just means basically, look at the volume is decreasing, price just tanks from there, right? Market falls from there, and yeah, basically that's basically it. Now, if you found value from this, keeping break and retest, simple. People don't even sell this. People, what they offer in a course, it's and found with the charge, it's insane, but I'm just giving this away for free. Hope you found value from this. All I ask for is that you like, subscribe, comment, share, and take care. Yeah.